Buongiorno, it's Nicobot here. Today, I'm diving into 15 of your most frequently asked questions about Palermo. Stick around till the end for some game-changing insider info that could really make a difference to your trip. By the way, if you have any questions about Palermo, drop a comment below and I'll make sure to answer them in my upcoming video. And if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Question number 1. Our friend asks about the best areas to stay for nightlife and safety in Palermo. Okay, for nightlife in Palermo, there are a few spots to check out. If you want something easy to find with lots of bars and places to eat, check out the area along Via Maqueda, especially between Quattro Canti and Massimo Theatre. That's going to be the most touristy option though. For a more local feel, look at the streets branching off Via Vittorio Emanuele. That includes the Vucceria market. It gets a bit rowdy with tons of small bars, but in a good way. And finally, if you want to be near the sea, La Cala really comes alive in summer with all sorts of outdoor bars and clubs. My tip is to use those spots on a map as your starting point, then look for a place to stay nearby. Next up, our friend is wondering if there's somewhere to change after taking a swim in Mondello. If you're hanging out at one of the beach clubs, there will be changing rooms for sure. If not, you can always duck into a cafe or restaurant, maybe order a quick drink or snack, and use their restroom to change. Easy. Moving on to question number 3. Where can you pick fresh produce in Palermo? For fresh produce in Palermo, you gotta hit up the Carpo and Ballero street markets. That's where the locals shop. Honestly, taking a guided tour of these markets is the best way to really soak it all in. Get the inside scoop on the best ingredients and how to use them in Sicilian cooking. Just a heads up though, those tours do fill up fast, so definitely book ahead of time. All the info you need is in the description. Now, on to question number 4. What about using your phone in Palermo? Here's the thing. Instead of messing with getting a regular SIM card, go for an eSIM. It gives you unlimited internet for way cheaper, and you literally just scan a QR code to get it set up. There's a specific one I use and love. I've linked it in the description. Seriously, it's the best way to stay connected while you're exploring. Moving on to question number 5. You're new to Palermo and want to know the must-dos, right? I've got you covered. First, check out my video for a quick rundown of what makes the city so unique. Then, hop over to my blog for in-depth articles to really build out your perfect trip. I've linked everything in the description. Here's question number 6. Looking for a cultural events calendar in Palermo. Okay, if you want to know what's happening in Palermo, like film, theater, art shows, concerts, the locals check out Balarm, Palermo Today, and Palermo Culture. Heads up, those websites are in Italian, but it's the best way to tap into the local scene. Links are in the description for you. Question number 7. Wondering where to stay? For deciding where to stay, definitely watch my video guide. I walk you through the best neighborhoods and what to expect. I've also got a whole article about different places to stay, depending on what kind of trip you want. Those are both linked in the description to make things easy. So, question 8 has you thinking about a 4-day trip to Palermo with maybe a day in Agrigento and another in Cefalù. It's definitely good to figure out what kind of experience you're after. Agrigento is all about those gorgeous beaches and the super old Valley of the Temples. If that's not your jam, maybe give it a pass. Cefalù also has lovely beaches, plus a cute town with that UNESCO cathedral. But honestly, you could totally squeeze it in as a day trip from Palermo. Speaking of Palermo, there's so much here, it just depends on your interests. To help you figure that out, check out the articles linked in the description for more on what to do and see in Palermo. Moving on to question number 9, regarding staying in Mondello Beach and exploring options for boat rides to Cefalù. A boat trip from Mondello to Cefalù is quite the journey, and may not be the most practical choice. Renting a boat with a skipper is an option, but it's a lengthy trip mainly spent on the water. Instead, local boat tours around Mondello offer beautiful stops for swimming, which might be a more enjoyable and time-efficient way to experience the sea. And for question number 10, if you're wondering about the best Lido in Mondello Beach that offers value without feeling like a scam, here's the thing about Lidos in Mondello, they're basically all the same. And yeah, kind of a rip-off to be honest. You're looking at around 16–18 euros for one sun chair and an umbrella, or closer to 30–35 euros for two sun chairs and the umbrella. The good news is the prices are standard everywhere, so you won't really find a better deal by going to one or the other. Question number 11. What's the best place for cannoli in Palermo that's not a tourist trap? If you want that real deal cannoli experience in Palermo, gotta go where the locals go, usually outside the super touristy spots. But if you're stuck in the center, Costa on Via Maqueda is a solid choice. On to question number 12, regarding car rentals for exploring east of Palermo. If you're not hitting the road and exploring east of Palermo right away, don't even worry about renting a car yet. It's just a pain to have it while you're mostly in the city, dealing with parking and traffic. Plenty of car rental spots right in Palermo, so you can grab one once you actually head east. I've got more tips on that in the description. Question number 13 is from someone planning a very last-minute trip to Palermo, asking for itinerary suggestions. For a quick and easy plan, I've put together a free day itinerary and a mini guide that's available on our website. You'll find the link in the description. Question number 14 asks, which puppet show is the best in Palermo? Hands down, the best puppet show in Palermo is the Cuticchio family's one in the city center. They're famous for the amazing puppets and how they bring those stories to life. It's such a cool cultural experience if you're in Palermo. I threw more details in the description so you can check it out. And finally, question number 15. Can you drink the tap water in Palermo? Okay, technically, yeah, in lots of places it's fine to drink. But honestly, most locals, myself included, just stick with bottled water. It's more about, being used to it than something being wrong with the tap water. Better to play it safe on your trip and get bottled water. Alright, that's the end of our Palermo FAQ speed round. Hopefully this cleared some things up. If it did, give the video a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more of this. More burning questions? Leave them below. Maybe I'll tackle them in the next one. Ciao.